saw this, that holy land. Smoking while I'm sliding. This potent, it's hard to hold it in.
Alright, so we done already introduced the chop and screw version of this already in the beginning, and then you do it in the end. So when he come in on this part, he introduced the state line swinging. I want to see what it sound like with the take the chop and screw, the first part of the chop and screw part with the state line swinging, and have it lined up with the first part of this.
Hey, y'all from Texas, but in the A, I got family. Trying to make it out with my...
Hey, it's your boy DenimDale, man. All the way out from Texarkana, Texas, locked in with Little Rock, Arkansas, with the How You Living podcast, man. Tap in, lock in.
What's going on, my boy DenimDale, boy, my homie, the producer.
Come on, man.
How you been, bro? How you been?
Man, I've been good, bro. Blessed and highly favored, man.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you come through and blessed with your presence, bro.
Nah. It's a blessing to be in the building.
Hey, man. You know, it's always a pleasure to kick it with my boy.
Come on now. It's a real treat when players meet.
Say less, my boy. Let's get straight into it, bro.
Yeah, come on.
Let's get into it. So, how was it becoming a father for the first time? I know you're a father. You got a couple kids. Now you got two. How has it been since you become a father, bro?
Man, it's been surreal, bro. The first one, it kind of feel like, it surprised you, but it's like, you have bits and moments where it's just like, man, I really got a kid. I really got to lock in and make it happen for having, you know what I'm saying, for the little ones, for the fam. So then the second one come and it's like, okay, all right, we doing this for real. I'm pops. I'm here. But other than that, man, it's a learning experience. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly growing. They keep me on my toes, man. I enjoy it, hate it, love it, everything. You gonna go through every emotion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah.
You know, my little girl was just born, so you know, I feel everything.
My birthday twin.
Facts.
Yeah.
I do got the same birthday, right?
Birthday.
That's right.
Yeah.
So since we on the father, you know, situation, so like, how has becoming a father like changed your approach to making music?
It hasn't, to be honest. My approach changing to making music, it hadn't affected it. The only thing with that is my approach is my approach, but like setting away time and scheduling and planning, it kind of affects that. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's changed my approach to making music. Yeah.
So you feel like you haven't really just changed your approach to making music? No,
and then if I'm, and I guess I'm at luxury to say that because I got a great team. I got my wife, my parents, her parents. So they say it take a village. And then the people adjacent to them. So her parents, friends, my parents, friends. It's like I got a lot of help. So we appreciate that.
So let me kind of rephrase it a little bit.
Yeah.
Do your kids influence the type of beats you make or the music you listen to?
No. The only thing about that is I don't listen to certain music around my kids with my wife in the car.
So you ain't never heard like Shark do and just like
yeah.
Like, like making beats like
no, I don't make them beats. Yeah, we listen to that. Yeah, we're gonna turn up the Gracie Corner. And we're gonna
I'm saying like Gracie Corner ever influence you like this beat kind of slapping.
No. I didn't told my other producer about this, like, man, we might need to get in this market and make some of this YouTube money, making that type of stuff. But no, it really ain't influence. I sit down and I lock in with them.
So, because I know you got your kids in here right now, what you're doing your interview. So, like, what's the biggest challenge you face in balancing your career, also with being a present father?
Man, that question is really better suited for my wife.
I mean, but you the father though.
Yeah, for sure. But she can give you the nitty gritty details on it. But I would say when you have kids and you in this industry, that's where you was going with it, right? In the music industry, or
just like balancing. You've
it.
been making music. You've been a producer.
Okay. So
father,
really,
been a present father.
Okay. I don't know that present father.
Like,
really,
what challenges do you face? Like, do you gotta have your son there with you while you making beats? Do you like sometimes you gotta take care of the kids? Like, what's the challenges you face?
Yeah, that's gonna be the case. I don't know, man. I'm really a problem solver, so ain't nothing just too challenging for me. But like, yeah, they'll be in the room, and sometimes it might get to a point to where I need to show them so much attention and stop doing what I'm doing, and then I may or may not return to whatever I was creating. But as far as being a present father, that's something I have to keep on the forefront of my mind, all the time, because it's easy to, when you chasing your dreams and your goals,
get lost in the sauce.
You have to get lost in it, and that's one thing I try to focus on. Like, like life really good, despite whatever accolades, accolades, I'm chasing. I'm really blessed. So I try to keep that in the forefront. But as far as challenges, you got to find a rhythm. Everything's not gonna be perfect. Communicate with your partner, and everything gravy. So
So basically, just compromising, really.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely.
So I know you hinted on this earlier a little bit about your wife helping you. You said some more questions for her, but how do you and your partner support each other in navigating the demands of a creative career and a family life? You and your partner, like, how do y'all do that?
Navigate demands of a creative career and a family life. Man, that's how I describe it. That's a dance we constantly doing and we figuring out. So for example, we recently just came from Palestine, Texas. She traveled with me. We set up, made arrangements to get a babysitter, and she just captured all of the B-roll footage in the background as I'm like giving folks game, and I'm listening to projects and they sharing with me. So and that's probably, I can count on one hand how many times that's happened. But that's something we're incorporating and we're figuring out. We get in the rhythm of doing. And then we plan everything in a shared calendar. We got a calendar on our phones that, like, no matter where we at, we put something in on that calendar. It pop up on everybody's phone and let you know that, hey, okay, this is going in, this is going on. And then we just, chop it up on that, go from there.
Okay. That sounds like a pretty good system y'all got going on. So be help with each other.
Oh yeah.
Correct. So before we go down further, for the people that don't know, where you from, bro?
I'm from Texarkana, Texas, man. East Texas, Northeast Texas. It's right there on the border, man, by everything. So I'm influenced by some of everything. It's Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma. Yes, that's what we at with it.
Okay. So another question before we get into more deeper detail to the interview. So, like, what all artists have you worked with, like, you produce for?
Man, it's a decent little chunk, man. It's a decent chunk. From like the local in the city to the grind to cats with notoriety and et cetera. But like, I say some of my more prominent ones have been Smoothie out of Texarkana, Texas. Working with him is led to other opportunities. I got an OTB Fast Lane placement through him. Working with him, I got Erica Banks.
You work with Erica Banks?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I got and that was through a collaboration project with Sergeant J out of Texarkana. That's my cousin.
Okay.
Then I got Z the Wizard, a new Dallas artist that's coming up. I got a placement with him through, as a matter of fact, a collaboration with a Camden, Arkansas producer, Maestro. He going crazy out there in Dallas. Okay. He part of the new Dallas.
Shout out to Maestro, man.
Yeah.
From Arkansas,
exactly. Yeah. So a lot of my biggest joints, and the list go on. I can really pop it, but like a lot of my greatest stuff, the top stuff, come from collaboration, and then it'll stem from them working with me individually. But yeah.
So any Arkansas artists you can produce for?
Arkansas artists
Or
that I
made beats
produced
for or sold beats too?
I'm trying to think. I guess I can share an exclusive joint. When I came out here a while back, when y'all first opened up the studio out here in Elevated, I locked in with Lil 3. And shoot, we crashed in the studio. We got a good little 5-piece he's sitting on right now.
Shout out to Lil 3.
Yeah, for sure. Other than that, Arkansas artists, I'm trying to think, man, you really put me in the hot seat. I can't think of none off the top of my head right now. Like after this interview, I'll be like, man, I should have said such and such, such and such. But I'm tapped in with the scene out here. And there is a list of folks that I'm finna gear to work. I take that back.
C-Bad, didn't you work with C-Bad?
No. I went to his listening party.
Okay.
I'm real cool with C-Man. Gutter TV, Moonwalker. I don't know if he's from Arkansas though. I don't know if Moonwalker from Arkansas.
I don't know either.
Yeah, but
shout out to Moonwalker though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we got a joint with him, Toxic, produced by me and Trip the producer. But through that listening party from C-Man, just networking, bro, being outside. Man, it was a lot of Arkansas talent that really, when I get ready to finish up my East Texas run, I'm finna spill over into this market and work with the up and coming and kind of established artists out here.
Okay.
So,
So you really on the move. You really on your shit right now. Little tour you going through.
Oh yeah.
So let's get a little bit more back to your craft a little bit. So like, how do you start a new beat?
How do I start?
Yeah, do you begin with a sample, a drum pattern, a melody? Like, what do you do to start a new beat?
So first off, I'm a musician. I'm a percussionist, a drummer. So
shout out to SAU band.
Yeah, and even before that, the church, and then the high school, and everything else.
Yeah.
I pull from inspiration, and melody inspires me. So whether that be like an artist singing, or I hear how artists freestyle on something, that kind of guides me and let me know how I need to go and arrange my beats. So usually, I'll probably start with a sample. I'm real sample heavy. I can do top line stuff and counter melody stuff. But I usually start with like a sample and then go from there. The melody, I just gotta hear like really some chords or something like that, get me going.
How long is that process for you?
It depends. I like to take my time, but I adjust to whatever environment I'm in. So if I'm in a session and the artist don't got time for me to go through every sound and do what I need to do, I'll pull up a sample or something, chop it up, lay what I need to lay to it. But if it's just me and I just get to play and experiment, I say about 3 hours on up to at least 2. That's I'm really getting busy when I tap to that 2 hour range.
Cause that kind of goes into my next question. When I was going to ask, like, can you walk us through your creative process of one of your most well known tracks?
My most well known track. All right, so I don't my most well known.
Like, what was the process you created?
You know what's crazy? I'm trying to think. I don't know if I want to talk about the one that made me the most money or what. So
yeah, say what most well known. So
okay, well known. I guess it would have to be probably the Smoothie joint. Cause my collaboration with him, man, the royalties working with him, and really, like, I just got DistroKid notifications from that a couple days ago. But anyways, I think that's that one was really inspired by. I'm gonna give people they credit where credit is due. An artist had me make a beat with the feel of like an old Boosie song.
Yeah.
And the beat probably like 5 years old. This just to go to show you like you can be ahead of your time or your sound is up there. But anyways, I made the beat. The artist never did anything with it, or never cashed me out on it. And I just shot it in a pack and Smoothie got on it. And then with him having it in his hands, he was in a room with OTB Fast Lane. Then he hopped on it, and then that just turned into like what it turned into. But the process for that though is I interpolated it. So I didn't sample every sound that I heard in that sample or that style of that song that the artist wanted me to remake. I studied it. I pulled up instruments that are similar or had that same feel, and I go through and I either mimic it or I do something to give it that same feel. And from there, put my own little sauce on it, make it more modern.
Okay. So you just kind of got a feel for music. So it sounds like you probably had a passion for music your whole life growing up. Because the way you talk about how you can feel it, the melodies and the rhythm and everything else. So like,
man.
So it's kind of like something like how some people see colors and they see sounds and everything, but that's probably yours. Like you just hear certain things.
Yeah, all the time, bro. Like my life is like a soundtrack. Everything that go on is a soundtrack. So like, I remember I was in the Army. I had a homeboy. We was getting ready to walk off and go to lunch. And I don't know what it was that day. I don't know if I was just feeling good or what. But every incident or every topic he would talk about, I would like sing a song or sing a sample to it. He was like, "Dang, bro, you got a song for everything," and it really sat with me. I'm like, man, because like literally all you hear all day in your head is music. Other than when it comes time to handle business, lock in, handle business, family man, whatever. But music, man, it's art. Really, I started off doing art, drawing and stuff, and then it bled into music, and music kind of consumed everything.
Okay. So you really got a passion for the art then?
Yeah, I appreciate it all, man. Art in every way, shape, form, and fashion. So
you kind of upcoming good producer on the way up, up and up. So like, what piece of advice would you give an aspiring producer who is just starting out?
Work on your craft, work on your sound. Don't be discouraged if you feel overlooked or you're not where you want to be when you feel you should be there. Don't get caught in the, oh man, these folks don't support me. Don't do all that crying about that. Just keep working, and when you get your skill and your talent up to a level of where you are proud to put it out and people are coming to you, don't even put it in their face. Just work your move, and then in silence, pat yourself on the back, or you know what I'm saying, be kind of private about it. I would say to mimic who you gonna mimic, because everybody is influenced by somebody. So don't get caught in the, oh man, you sound like this or you copying that. That's a part of it. Mimic who you gonna mimic, lock in with that, then eventually turn it into your own thing and run with that. But don't stop, man. You don't lose until you quit. So that's what I would say. And then consistency. Like, if you got the time, just maximize your time. Schedule, plan, discipline. Even if you don't feel inspired to do something, when you don't have inspiration, discipline will carry you through. You get up, turn that computer on, or you get up, turn that instrument on, and you get up and do whatever it is that you do, that discipline to push forward. A lot of the times it's just being ready when the opportunity presents itself. And that comes from you having something locked and loaded because you were disciplined enough to push through. So that's what I say.
So just basically, you're just always working on your craft, keep pushing.
Always. Like even when I don't make beats, I'm studying, I'm looking up tutorials, or I'm listening to samples, or I'm looking up what the current market is listening to, or I'm looking up different artists in different cities to work with. And then from there, you are bound to find inspiration. So I would say just constantly involve yourself and throw yourself in music and or whatever your craft is. Not just, you don't gotta just necessarily be your lane, and inspiration will find you. It'll find you.
Okay. That's good advice, bro. For real. Yeah, I ain't never heard you just speak like that. That's my first time you speak like that, man. We've been friends with damn this 6-7 years. This is crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
So, what's one piece of equipment you can't live without in the studio?
One piece of equipment I can't live without. It's going. Well, I don't know if I gotta say the laptop. That's the. I feel like that's the foundation there. One piece of equipment I can't live without. I mean, that's the easy one. The laptop.
This laptop.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta have that. That's gonna power up the sounds and everything else you got going. So yeah.
So what's a common misconception people have about being a producer?
A common misconception. I don't know about a common one, but I might be able to give some of my misconceptions. One thing I would say is that learn the business. They say it's nobody's business to teach you the business. So you can go and place all these records with these big artists or even local artists. But if nobody is sitting you down and teaching you or showing you, or you haven't invested the time to learn how to register your music and collect your royalties, you really just doing it for the sport, for the hobby. And early on, I would say when you building a name, ain't nothing. No, I ain't even gonna say that. Scratch that. yeah, learn the business, man. Learn the business. Like, don't be afraid of them no's, man. Learn the business. A misconception is that, like, man, I can tell you right now. I'll give you one for just came to mind. Like, at the time, my biggest record was from the Erica Banks placement.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like, oh man, I got this. She the hottest thing smoking out of Dallas and Houston. They finna come beat the dough down for beats. No. Nobody is ain't nobody really checking the credits like that other than the other creators. Mm-hmm. But if you do have a hot track, it's not enough. You still gotta work like you don't got that track. Yeah. So I say that, like, you think you got that one record that's gonna change your life. Majority of the time it's not. You gotta keep working.
Okay. Cool. So, like, you got your wife and your kids in here right now, so you know what I'm saying. So you got a family. You married.
Yep.
Not a lot of black men are trying to get married. You actually married, so hey man, hand clap to that. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for that. But this goes to my next question. You know, how does your wife support play a role in your career?
My wife's support. Like I said, because of her, I'm able to do the majority of what I do. Like, without her, I have to sit down. I have to tend to the kids. I have to. They consume the majority of my attention. So with her being around, she lightens that load. She takes on the vast majority of handling the kids. When I'm out doing stuff like this, like if I want to be here with her and them, she would be at home or wherever with them. So just her presence with them, that support is the number one thing, and that's really the most important one. I really don't look for her to be like, "Oh, baby, you the best beat maker in the world." You do I really don't look for that.
You just look for support as helping you out.
Yeah. So she allowed me to work my moves. So everything that comes to me is a product of what I've worked for and what the background scene of her handling everything is doing. So yeah.
Okay. So, because I know you be busy a lot. You be on the road, going to like East Texas,
everywhere
in Arkansas. I know you're a busy producer. So it kind of goes to like another one of my questions, like how do you carve out quality time for your marriage despite your busy schedule?
If I'm being completely transparent, that's something that I'm constantly working on, and that's something that I consult with like my mentors and learn from the people around me who are in successful marriages. It's a work in progress. Because it's the way I am. I grew up with one brother, and we weren't necessarily all the way up under each other all the time. So it's like I appreciate my alone time. But when you have a partner who, for one, is tending to the needs of your kids and really doing the background work to keep everything in order. You kind of gotta be locked in and focused on just showing appreciation and being attentive to them. And so that's an area that I can improve on. It's not an area that I'm just bad off on, but I recognize it. Like I could be better about that. But I would say, like we just went on a date the other day, but I ain't gonna hold you. It took us in like, hey, you got some extra money? Take me out to eat. Like, yeah, it took that. And it wasn't like, oh man, I don't want to take out to eat, but you get so caught up in your responsibilities, the dreams and things that you're chasing, you kind of do
kind of a little bit put your marriage on the back burner a little bit,
or take it for granted unintentionally.
Yeah.
And so you gotta kind of make a conscious effort to be like, okay, she did this, or how to hold the checks and balance on like how the relationship is going, making sure that your partner feel loved, seen, and appreciated. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. And then it ties into my next question. Like, that's crazy. You really answering a lot of my questions. It's like asking, like, slow down, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, so what's the biggest lesson you learned about communication through both your marriage and with collaborating with artists?
Communication is key. All right, so on the artist side of it, this is kind of my preference. I'd rather play beats in front of an artist versus seeing beats out, and that's kind of the slow route of today's time because everybody just sending beats out and they want it quick, fast, and in a hurry. Yeah. But I like to read the room, and so when I'm able to play beats in front of an artist, it take a lot of the guesswork out. I can be like, okay, he's not nodding his head to this, he's not doing this. I'm not seeing any body language, any out they seat, or you know what I'm saying, they not doing nothing. So it's like, okay, as far as like when you send beats off, it's like, okay, hey, I like it, but do this right here or change this up. Woo, woo, woo. I like to avoid having to do revisions, so I'd much rather sit down with the artist, play the beat in front of them, they get the freestyling, and after they freestyling, I can arrange it and fit it and mold it to them personally. But communication is key, not even on the just creative side, the business side too.
So you say communication in your marriage help you out with collaborating with communication?
No. I ain't even touched on the marriage part yet. That's the second part. Yeah. But I can go and fast forward to the marriage part.
Yeah.
The communication in your marriage is key because it's like, if I don't tell her that, hey, I'm pulling up to go do an interview today and I just leave, plans might stumble across each other and our schedules might conflict, or it might be a moment in time where she need me so she can feel appreciated, or she need me to lock in with the kids. So communication prevents a lot of conflicts when it comes to marriage. And yeah, that's just what that is on that.
So like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to where I go though. Like, so you would say communication is something big that you have to learn to help throughout your marriage and helping with artists. Communication is the key. Communication to me is like a foundational principle. Like, you learn to communicate in elementary school, read, write, whatever. So like, even like the communication that I take away from marriage or that I've learned to apply to marriage differs from like before. I had to learn how to communicate and express my needs or be emotionally aware, et cetera, and present that to my marriage and present that to my business and creativity. So like, it's two different lanes. Like, how to communicate in marriage don't necessarily help me communicate in the music business. Yeah. So it's two different things. Okay. Yeah. All right, so I want to dig a little bit deeper into like the DenimDale mindset and the mental, like the philosophy of things. So like, what's a life philosophy or motto that guides you? A philosophy or a principle that I go by. Let me see. I'm a very optimistic person. So even in the worst of situations, I don't like to dwell on the negative. I'm always looking for
the resolution and the positive in something. So if something didn't go my way, I took an L on something, I learned something, I'll get it next time or stuff like that. I don't dwell on losses, I don't dwell on negativity. So that kind of pushes me in this field and in life. And you have to be like delusional about with the optimistic characteristic too, because it's like it's easy to feel sorry for yourself, or if you're not where you want to be in your career or in life or whatever. It's really
fall and just fall victim.
So that right there is it helps with my mental health. I'm a very optimistic person.
So your motto will probably be to keep it pushing, keep it going, keep going regardless.
What they say, keep God in your life. I would say, yeah, man, keep God in your life first and foremost, and then if you genuinely believe the word, you'll understand that like everything that's for you is written, set in stone. So kind of just wait and step into them order steps, like that which falls under that being optimistic. Is like everything that's supposed to happen for me has already been written. It's gonna happen for me. So yeah.
Okay. So I know like I know you got like a kind of failed and come up success story, because I mean, like I said, me and you friends, we've been knowing each other for a long time,
right.
But they don't know your story, which ties to a question that I gotta ask that. Okay. So like, what are some challenges or major setbacks that you faced, and what did you learn from it?
Major setbacks. So I say I work in information technology too, alongside with what I do with music. So everything, all the success that I have in the IT field allows me to fund my ventures in music. So I lost my job at one point in time in IT, and I was without a job for about a good 6 months. Luckily, I had my partner, my wife, there to hold me down, but I almost fell into like a state of depression, because you feel like, man, I'm not the provider anymore, and it just do something to your ego and your pride. It take a hit. So man, I stayed patient. I involved myself and threw myself in the church, and like through my mentor with the church, I found a whole nother job in that field, making 3 times more, almost 4 times more than what I was making previously. So being patient, because even in that storm, it was stuff in my ear that like, oh, okay, here we can get this job, here we can do this. But I waited out that storm, and a greater blessing came. So like I'm really set. Like man, life good. My wife don't necessarily gotta work. My kids in private school. I'm able to do what I do, pursue music, and so yeah, man, just keeping your faith. I was gonna say, and weathering that storm, man.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, it's like you got close to God when you was going through your situation, help pull you through.
Yeah, closer, but it's not like I just necessarily left them. And I think your network too is important.
Yeah.
Because who you involve yourself with also can kind of give you different paths and provide different puzzle pieces to success. So yeah. What they say, your network is your network. Yeah, what your net worth. Yeah, so that was the case.
So what's your personal definition of success? Has it changed over time?
It has. Everything that I got going, like the chain and the music and being in this and that. I
don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of chain is that right there?
It's a custom DenimDale piece, man, and it was a birthday gift from the wife, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but I wanted all of this to come from music, but it really comes from everything outside of music. So this was a blessing from my wife. She knew that I wanted this to complete my image with being a producer and being in these rooms and kind of looking like it as I'm just playing the beats or whatever. Then I ain't gonna hold you. I really forgot your question just that fast.
Oh man! So I'm saying, like, what's your definition of success?
Oh, success. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
It hasn't changed over time.
Oh, yeah, it has. Also, to my point, I wanted everything to come from music, but that hadn't been the case. It's been outside ventures, outside relationships that I've watered and developed outside of the music. And the music stuff is cool, and it's got me in cool rooms. But I used to think that success was like, man, I'm finna be this money making top line producer and everybody gonna come to me and which that's still a goal, but the success came faster through other things. So like while I might have idolized my position in the music industry, everything else outside of it has been my biggest blessing. So my kids have a home and a loving mother and a nurturing environment. That's success. And I really thought about this. I was on my way to Tyler, Texas yesterday, and before I left the house, my kids wanted to come outside, and my wife was taking photos of me. And so we all just sitting on the back of my truck taking pictures. And when I went back to look at that picture, and I'm like, okay, everything that I wanted music to provide for me, I already have it. Like my kids in my arms, I got my big truck, I got the jewelry on. I'm looking like what I wanted to look like, and it's coming from a place that I didn't have to sacrifice integrity, sacrifice morals for. So man, every day that I wake up and I'm able to be a better person for myself, the people around me who look up to me that I inspire, and for my family, I'm realizing that is what success is.
Okay. Man, I like how you broke that down with the truck and the family, like, because you say you were looking for success through the music.
Yeah.
But you end up finding success just being like everything you ever wanted.
Yeah.
You got. And it's like, in mindset right there, just, bro, like, it's just shocking, man. It's just unbelievable that God opens your eyes to see what true success was to you.
Oh, yeah.
To actually make you happy deep down inside. I fuck with that. So, man, like, so I know you went to college.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you graduated, and you joined the military.
Yeah.
So can you kind of talk us through that? Like, how was it, like, graduating from college, and how was your experience going to college, and how was your experience going to the military?
Well, so first and foremost, we know how that first run of college went. I would say this. I went to SAU, Southern Arkansas University, in Magnolia, Arkansas. I had a blast. A lot of folks like, oh man, you out there in the country of sticks. The type of person I am, whatever environment I'm in, it's what you make it. And we made it some of the best experiences of my life.
You say we, who you talking about? You say we?
Me, you, all the partners. Like man, I found new brothers.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
that struggle will bring you together.
Yeah.
But so that first run of college, I would say, if I'm giving advice to up and coming people, I would say figure out what it is that you want to do in life outside of what your parents kind of guide you to do or your environment kind of groom you to be. Make sure that you are 100% locked in, and you know that way you're not doing something just to be doing it. Because even though like I had a full ride for music on the drum line, I didn't necessarily know what I would be able to do with my life with going down that lane. Whereas I've doubled back and came back as a music producer, but I'm also in information technology doing what I'm doing. I would say figure out what it is that you want to do. And then also use college as your greatest networking opportunity.
Yeah.
You are around individuals who aspire to better themselves, who are going for degrees, who are doing something productive with their life. you should have everybody number. Whether y'all go party together, every doctor, every artist, because that network of people around you is the next generation of leaders, influencers, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. So I would say network in college. Do a lot of networking. But yeah, college, man, I party hard as a youth. I ain't gonna lie to you, I party hard. And I partied so hard, I lost my scholarship. I had to get in the military to be able to pay for school again. So
I remember that.
Yeah. So I got in the military. It whipped me into shape. It helped like mentally discipline me more and lock in on like life, just or person characteristics that I should have to traverse through life. And then through that, I went back and did college the right way and got my degree in information technology, networking. So that was my move, my route to college.
Okay. So all right. So what does how you living mean to you personally, and how do you embody that?
How you living, man? How you living? How you living is like when somebody asks you that, they want to know the inner workings of what's going on in your life. So are you that man for real behind the scenes? Are you practicing what you preach? Are you having a good day or a bad day? So how I'm living, it varies. Some days I could be killing it as a dad, as a partner or a spouse, and I want to spend way more time making music. And then it could be vice versa. Some days I'm killing it on the music and the house need me more locked in that role as a leader or father. But I feel like I embody it by constantly kind of keeping that question in your head too, like running that checks and balance of like, what's going on? Like, am I doing this? Is this okay? Is everything all right with that? So to me, it means just being aware of your surroundings and the things you're doing to make life what you want it to be.
Yeah. That's a dope way to define it.
Oh, yeah.
So what's one thing you're most excited about for the future, both professionally and personally?
Professionally, man, I'm just excited to get out here and work with the talent y'all got out this way. It's a lot of it. I'm excited to show other producers and upcoming producers. They're like, you ain't always got to snipe for the top of the food chain, man. Build something with somebody who's coming up, and you have longevity. So I'm just excited to get to work. I'm excited personally to watch these kids grow, man, and so they can take care of daddy. So even if daddy got it, I can come to their house and crash in one of their bedrooms or set up a studio in one of their bedrooms and chill with them. So yeah.
So man, hey man, it's a pleasure to have you in the studio today for the interview, man. DenimDale,
come on now,
upcoming producer.
Come on now, lock in.
Veteran, come on. College graduate, come on. Father, husband. Yeah. Hey man, it's been an honor to have you in here. How You Living podcast, man. My boy, appreciate you, boy.